Most people don't know exactly what they want to do the minute they graduate from college, which often results in a career change at some point down the line. And if you're watching this and you are thinking about making a transition into commercial real estate from a different industry altogether, there are a few really important steps to take to successfully make this happen. So to help make this process a little bit less daunting for you, if this is something you're considering, in this video we'll walk through 4 must-do things when making a career pivot into commercial real estate and how you might want to go about each. So the first thing I want to mention here should be priority number 1 in this process, and this is to include a detailed cover letter along with your resume on every job application you submit that clearly explains why you're trying to make the move into commercial real estate right now. If you spent multiple years or even multiple decades in a different industry altogether, the first question that employers are going to ask is, why are you all of a sudden making this change and what makes you qualified to do this? Career switchers are often pretty risky hires compared to other candidates, not only because they don't have direct real estate experience, but also because they don't know what it's like to work in this industry on a day-to-day basis. And this means that it's a very realistic possibility that a career switcher would be hired and ultimately decide that they don't want to be in real estate after all. And because hiring costs are so high in most businesses, companies want to avoid hiring a flight risk at all costs. And this means that to be competitive for real estate analyst or associate jobs when coming from a different industry, you need to clearly communicate why you're making this change and also ideally how this path was intentional all along. A good example of this is someone who graduated from college in the spring of 2023 when hiring in this industry was very slow across the board, and this person decided to take a job in an unrelated industry with the goal to start full-time work as quickly as possible to make student loan payments that were now coming due. Another common example of this is someone who spent time working in a field like accounting, architecture, engineering, or corporate finance, where they've been around real estate in general over the years, and they've now built an interest in working on the investment or development side of the industry that they're finally ready to pursue. Regardless of what your reasoning is, you have to be clear about why you're making this change and why you're committed to doing what it takes to make this transition happen, regardless of how difficult or how lengthy this process might be. Now, the next thing I want to mention is directly related to your resume, and this is to make it clear that you've succeeded throughout your career, even if you were working within a different industry. If you're making a career change, you don't have to hide the fact that you might not have a real estate background, but you do need to show that you've contributed to measurable achievements in whatever field you were working in. This could mean highlighting that you exceeded sales targets in a business development role, cut costs in an operations role, or made a process more efficient in a finance role, but this needs to be something that an employer would look at on a resume and feel confident that you could come in and make a meaningful impact. If at all possible, it would also be extremely helpful to add information that shows that you're a fast learner. So this might mean highlighting different projects you took on outside of your immediate job function, new software that you learned to implement in the business, or any other projects or achievements that show you aren't afraid of taking on challenges and you can pick up new things quickly. Now, the next thing I'd recommend doing is something I found is really underutilized by people going through this process, and this is tapping into your alumni network. A huge part of getting your foot in the door in this industry is having relationships that can get you in front of the right people. And if you're trying to build these relationships and coming from a different industry altogether, alumni of your university could be a huge help. And to find these alumni, one of the best ways to do this is to run an advanced LinkedIn search for alumni of your university working in the real estate or leasing non-residential real estate industries, ideally in the city that you're currently located in, and then reaching out to these people to try and set up some informational interviews. And the goal of these conversations should not be to ask for a job, but instead to learn more about what these people do on a day-to-day basis, how they got to where they are today, and where they see you fitting in best in the industry based on your background and your goals. In general, cold outreach tends to have a very low success rate, but by using a shared university as a connection point, you can increase your chances of getting responses to these messages a lot, and these conversations can ultimately make you top of mind when opportunities do come up that might fit your skill set. Now, the last thing I want to mention here again goes back to your resume, and this is highlighting your most relevant experiences that would be applicable to commercial real estate. A lot of people coming from different industries use the same version of their resume when applying for real estate jobs as they would when applying for more senior level roles in their current field, keeping the same industry jargon, certifications, and skills front and center. But if you're applying for an analytical role in commercial real estate, there are very specific skills that hiring managers are looking for, and these usually aren't going to be the same things that you'd highlight in a different field entirely. In most cases, real estate employers hiring analysts and associates are looking for a strong analytical skill set first and foremost, which means that any projects or tasks you can mention that showcase your Excel skills, your analysis skills, and your general knowledge of finance overall are all going to be really impactful when applying for these jobs. This could also include highlighting any coursework you're currently taking or have taken in the past that can prove out your technical skills and your knowledge of commercial real estate in general, whether that's real estate financial modeling coursework like what's included within Break Into CRE Academy, an Argus certification that showcases your proficiency in the software, or even a real estate salesperson's license in the state you're looking to work in. These types of things also show your commitment to making a career change and that you're spending your own time and money outside of work on top of a full-time job in many cases to learn the things that you need to learn to be successful in the real estate industry. So I hope these things are helpful if you are trying to figure out how to make this switch successfully, and if you are looking to transition into commercial real estate and you want to make sure you have the technical skills you'll need to both highlight on your resume and be ready for an Excel modeling exam that might be given to you during the interview process, make sure to check out our all-in-one membership training platform, Break Into CRE Academy. A membership to the Academy will give you instant access to over 120 hours of video training on real estate financial modeling and analysis. You'll get access to hundreds of practice Excel interview exam questions, sample acquisition case studies, and you'll also get access to the Break Into CRE Analyst Certification Exam, which covers topics like real estate pro forma and development modeling, commercial real estate lease modeling, equity waterfall modeling, and many other real estate financial analysis concepts that will help you prove to employers that you have what it takes to tackle the responsibilities of an analyst or associate at a top real estate firm. And if you like this video and want to see more content on the channel on switching careers into this industry, make sure to hit the like button and let me know. And let me know in the comments what industry you would be coming from and why you're looking to make the switch. As always, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you found this helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already to see more videos like this every single week, and I'll see you in the next video.